What's going on, everyone? Jon Venus here. Welcome back to another video and happy new year. Today is the 1st of January and for some reason I woke up in a very salty mood today. I do think it might have something to do with this crazy weather and storm that is going on outside right now. So we're all setting goals for New Year's, myself included. One thing that I want to focus on in this year is definitely removing all kind of caffeine consumption. So that's something that I'm really going to focus on hard this year. But so many of us are trying to, get healthier, stop eating junk food, start exercising, get a promotion on our jobs, apply and get into this university, make a lot of money. I already know what's going to happen. Everyone's going to set these, amazing, ambitious goals. And then 2 weeks later, or even, 2 days later, people are going to fail. One of the most frustrating realizations that I've had last year was that 96% of everyone who bought my meal plans and workout plans did not follow them and did not reach their goals or progress at all. That is frustrating for a coach or someone who is, doing the best that they can to kind of get people to be healthier. Now, is this because my plans suck? Absolutely not. They are hands down the best plans that I've seen on the market, which is why I'm so proud of them and why I sell them. We have so many recipe videos, step-by-step tutorials, just everything that people need to succeed, but it's not enough. It's not enough because people don't want to change enough. So online and in person and in calls, I will tell people the exact steps to achieve health, to reverse a certain condition, to build muscle, lose body fat, to change your lifestyle around, to make more money, to build a business. If you wanted it enough, you would do whatever it takes. The steps are simple. It's pretty simple to find out what the steps are, but doing it is something different. And we try to mask, our insecurities and our lack of motivation and, just the poor self-esteem that we have by setting these ambitious goals and New Year's resolutions, because just the action of setting them makes us feel a little bit better about ourselves, that we are intending of doing something great with our lives, but we don't do it, which makes us feel even worse when we fail at the promise that we made ourselves. It makes us feel worse. We judge ourselves even harder. We start hating ourselves, questioning ourselves even more, coming up with this idea that we're incapable of anything that we set our minds to do. And this is the most unhealthy, mentally detrimental thing that you can do to yourself. Another reason we keep failing and keep staying miserable and poor and everything like that is because we are so unrealistic when it comes to goal setting and changing our lives. How can you expect to go from making $20,000 a year to $1 million a year in 1 year? How is that possible unless you come up with a crazy invention that billions of people are going to be using around the world? That is so unrealistic. Or
I'm going to eat a perfectly healthy, whole food, plant-based diet starting January 1st. I'm not going to slip up even once.
That is unrealistic. Who does that? I don't know any single person, any successful person that approaches life that way. It's not about perfection. Stop chasing perfection, because that is one sure way to fail every single time. Why does it have to be either I stay broke or I have piles of cash on my bed and in my toilet so I can wipe my ass with $100 bills? Why does it have to be one or the other? It doesn't make sense. It's about progression, not perfection. We got to progress steadily towards our goals, and we have to realize that failure and hiccups are part of that journey. There is no achieving massive success in minimal amounts of time. There are no shortcuts, no hacks, and you're not depending on anyone else. That's the next thing. We all think that our shortcomings are because of, something else. Why are we not taking accountability for the way that our life has turned out? You guys already know this, but our life is a manifestation of our actions and thoughts and emotions, that we've kind of developed throughout the years. This reality right here is because of you, no one else. Sure, you might be born in a country that doesn't have clean water and, is full of famine, people starving to death. But guess what? Even in those places, there are people who crawl out of that situation. Of course, it's much harder than, being born in America or Europe or something like that. But my point is, you create your reality. And if you don't believe that, there is absolutely no wonder why you find yourself in a shitty, crappy situation. And that's never going to change unless you take accountability for yourself. So please let 2020 be the year where you finally take responsibility for your own actions and you finally remove excuses. A lot of people will see this video and just say,
John, so easy for you to say this. You live in Norway, where like one of the richest countries in the world. You're driving your father-in-law's car and you have so many subscribers and followers watching your videos to give you money.
I get it. And I was the same, you know, kind of cynical person. I was the same person that judged myself so hard for not being successful in the past. I know how it is. I know how it is. It always seems impossible when you find yourself in that crappy situation. It always seems impossible. Like no matter what you do, it's not gonna happen until you actually do it and you realize that things change. That's what happens when you take action. Things end up changing for the better. I'm not saying you control everything in your life. I'm not saying that, you know, loved ones are not gonna die and, you know, get sick, or you're gonna, you know, have heartbreaks and that kind of stuff. I'm not saying that life is easy. It's definitely hard and heartbreaking, but it's part of life. Please stop looking at shortcuts. Please stop looking at what you're gonna gain next year or the year after. Try looking at it as a lifelong journey. Why be so focused on the short term when we're gonna live for, you know, decades and decades and decades? It doesn't make any sense. It takes time to change your life around. It took me 10 years to change my life around to the point where I'm fully happy with where I am, where I can do anything that I want because I'm not constrained in terms of time. I'm completely free. And that was my main goal 10 years ago. It took me 10 years to get to this point. And for some, it'll take 30 years or 50 years or whatever. It doesn't matter how long it takes, as long as you try to get there and you try to improve consistently. Stop looking at shortcuts and, you know, these kind of like mini New Year's resolutions. Try to look at it as a lifelong journey that you have to progress consistently and sustainably for the rest of your life towards. It's a lifelong journey, guys, especially when it comes to health and wealth and happiness. Speaking of New Year's goals and everything, if you really need help and a coach, check the link in the description box below. Visit my website, apply if you want to. Please let me know in the comment section below what you are gonna focus on this year, what goals you want to achieve. And as always, I'll see you very soon. Peace out.